Then we have 素直な気持ちでいたえてくれ. 素直な. So this is a na adjective, and it's a little bit. It's not a word that you would normally use to mean to be upfront, but it's interesting that in this case, this is the word that they refer to. There are other words you could use to tell somebody you want to be upfront with them, or they should be upfront with you. And snauna is just not really one of the ones I think you would commonly use because it has a double meaning, which is a little bit confusing. But snauna, it's an adjective and it means honest, upfront about one's feelings in this particular context. That's what it means. So tsunaona means to be honest about one's feelings. Then we have kimochi de. Kimochi is a feeling, a sensation, a state of mind, a state of being. It's just kind of like being honest. It's being true to your own senses. You might say, well, follow your heart. So we have kimochi. It's a feeling, it's a sensation of what feels true, what feels honest and correct. It's kind of like instinct. So, tsunaona kimochi de. De means it's the kind of stating the location of an action, but de has various meanings. In this particular case, what it's talking about is it's kind of like the location marker here of what it is that you're feeling. So kimochi de is kind of like what you're feeling, honest upfront about what that sensation is, what that state of mind is. And kotaete, it comes from kotaeru. Kotaeru is a verb that means to give an answer. Kotaeru is to answer, to respond. So we have kotaete. Could a polite way of saying that would be kotaete kudasai. Please give me your answer. And you might say that. A teacher might say that. They'll probably not. Teachers tend to not speak quite as formal. But kotaete kudasai. If I'm like, hey, I'd like a response, please. I might be a little bit short. I might say kotaete. Come on, answer me, please. Or if I would say kotae, kotaere, or kotaere, that's very kotaero. That's very brisk. The others are very. It's almost like slang. Kotaere is kind of like slang. I don't think you would really hear people say it. You could if people knew you and if you were around close friends. So this person, again, he is speaking to us not like someone on the street, not like a stranger on the street. This person's speaking to us in a very colloquial kind of way. It's very semi-casual. So, it's interesting whenever you compare the English translation to the Japanese, but you can really see that this person's not speaking to us quite like a complete stranger. So we have tsunamu na kimochi de kotaete kure. So there are two different words that you'll use in Japanese when you are giving something or receiving something. If I'm like, hey, can I give you advice? I would use ageru. Ageru. Can I give it to you? You would be on the receiving end of kurete. Kureru is to receive. Ageru is to give. So give an answer. He's telling us he's saying te kure. Kure, that's a very masculine way of talking. That's a very brisk way of talking. Kurete kudasai is formal. Kurete is informal. Kure is like, wow, this guy is like talking to me like I'm a relative and my brother just walked in the room. Hey, give me the remote. Or, at that point it would just be, te, hand me the remote, te. But he's saying kure. There's no kurete, no kurete kudasai, no kureru. No, it's just a kure. Just very brisk. So again, this is kind of disrespectful. Don't actually talk like this. Just because you see it in a video game does not mean, or hear it in an anime does not mean you should talk like this. This is pretty disrespectful if you don't know the person personally and they're kind of okay with it. So, sunaona kimochi de kotaete kure. Give to me, let me receive from you your answer. And if we trace this back, kimochi de, the state in which you feel, that feeling right there. He's kind of saying, be honest with how you feel, be forthcoming, be upfront about how you're feeling, and just say whatever comes to your mind. Kimochi de kure. Kimochi de kotaete kure. Just say whatever you feel. Just give me the answer of the first thing that comes to mind. I should note, there's no please in there. It's just telling us what to do. Again, very brisk. Don't speak like this if you plan on making a good impression on someone.